So check it out, check it out now. Ricky Rose. Now I ain't gonna lie, man, I'm licking my fingers after just having some Wingstop, and I ain't gonna lie, man, a fat nigga always could tell you where to go to eat. Now, I will say this, Rick Ross is one of my favorite rappers. However, these days, his buzz is at an all-time low, okay? Basically, the trap records he usually puts out, they're played out, okay? The Kilo and Coke dealer, like Biggest Boss references, that shit is outdated. So basically, he's kind of left in a weird place. He could really rap, but niggas just don't want to hear him. It happens to us all, okay? Happens to the best of rappers. People just stop buying the shit you're selling. Now, how could he gain some buzz? He's actually speaking on some relevant topics, one of which is Meek and Nicki. He spoke on a different song. However, for the song I'm talking to you about today, he actually spoke about Birdman Sandusky. Okay, now, we all know the story of Birdman Sandusky, the infamous hand rub. Basically, he fucks you in a contract, and who knows how else he fucks you or fucks you up, okay? But anyway, this is the thing, right? There's a song that's up on Rick Ross' new album. It's called Idols Become Rivals. He's taking aim at Birdman for the entire song, okay? He made some direct lines, but the entire song is really about Birdman. But he said, I fuck a skateboard. I went and got a raped boy. Catholic record labels, niggas getting raped, boy. Birdman's a priest. Moans in a synagogue, publishing a sin. Repent, forgive me, Lord. Shots fired, home invasion out on Palm Ave. Red beam detonators. Who's the bomb now? Look at you in your eyes, nigga, before I say goodnight. And pray that Mannie Fresh will get to see the light. Now, clearly, he's talking about Birdman and kind of using a reference to a priest saying, yo, Birdman's fucking these niggas in the contract, okay? Maybe fucking them on otherwise, all right? Now, these are the words of motherfucking Rick Ross. So Birdman, if you got a problem, go to every Wingstop in the United States and pull up on that carbon hailing motherfucker, okay? Don't be pull up on me. Now, here's the thing. That wasn't the only rhymes that Rick Ross actually aimed at Birdman, right? He said, knew that you would never visit BG. Turk came home, take that boy a 3-piece, shooting dope, using coke, moving like you the folks, sacrificing half our life like your new music cult. You would give us self-esteem and motivate our drive, but was in our pockets by the time we could count to 5. I pray you find a kindness in your heart for Wayne. His entire life he gave you what was there to gain. I watched this whole debacle, so I'm part to blame. Last request, can all producers please get paid? Now, I gotta say, this was a very dope song by Ricky Rose, and also it's pretty much seemingly very true. Now, I ain't gonna lie, he definitely went light on Birdman. He could have definitely went harder on Birdman, but he went light on him. Again, there's been so much motherfucking malarkey that Birdman has been tied into, or accusations levied against him by former producers, former artists, even current artists, that you gotta imagine that something ain't right with maybe how Birdman is doing business, okay? Now, will Rick Ross's song or Rick Ross saying something do anything about it? Absolutely not, because if the guy himself, Lil Wayne, has been complaining and nothing seemingly is being done, or the lawyers, at least for Birdman, are still stalling the entire case, why do you think that Birdman's going to be the bigger person after you drop a diss song on him, right? He's not going to respond to this. Or maybe this is an invitation from Rick Ross to Birdman to really pull up in the streets, okay? It don't seem like too much business stuff being talked about here. There's a lot of street stuff mixed in it. So maybe Rick Ross is saying, nigga, I'll press you in the streets too. I don't know, okay? However, I got to say, really, Rick Ross really put this record out for some buzz. Right? I mean, he's spoken his piece on Birdman already. He made it a record, trying to get some more sales. Birdman ain't gonna do shit about it. We're gonna be left in the same position as we started. And Lil Wayne, supposedly he says he's not motivated to rap, but when is that shit gonna get released? So we're back in the same position. It's not like Birdman could rap to make a counter. He ain't gonna rap, okay? He gonna do a hand rub, probably send some goons or some shit, and that's it. So we'll see where it goes, but definitely a dope song by Rick Ross. However, it is questionable if he should be sticking his nose in the business of Wayne and, of course, Birdman, when seemingly the last time he spoke out about it, we saw Birdman and Lil Wayne up in like Club Live like the next day. So perhaps he probably should just stay the fuck out of it. But again, he's speaking because he says he feels guilty having seen all of the fuckery go down and him not say anything. You guys be the judge. Get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like that and subscribe.